series that I've just started on hooded eyes and my different techniques for hooded eyes. And today we're going to do a new technique. And it's well new for me, and it's a halo domed eyeshadow look. And so if you have hooded eyes, or if you're interested in a new makeup look for your eyes and want to try something new, make sure you hang on, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. And let's jump into a fun, easy hooded eye tutorial. Okay, this is going to be super quick and super easy. Anybody could do this. Grab whatever palette you have and make sure you have some darker tones, mid to dark tones, and then a very light shimmery or a light matte, whichever you prefer. I like a shimmer, but you can use a matte. I'm using this little wonderful Pixie palette. And so we're going to use like these two colors here, and then one of these here. Probably this one, maybe this one. I haven't decided yet. So we're going to need a few brushes, not tons. We're going to need a nice big fluffy crease brush, a little more precise crease brush if we need some help with the edges, and a flat brush for packing on in the middle. So we're going to start out. My eyelids are already primed. Make sure you prime your lids with however you choose to do it. Just kind of holds the color more true, keeps it on, a little more easy to apply. So I'm going to grab, first of all, I'm going to grab this nice warm chocolatey color. Use whatever mid-tone color, crease color that you want. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a domed shape on my crease, because I'm creating a higher crease with this. And don't be afraid to use up this brow space, this brow bone space. If you have a lot of brow bone like I do, make sure that you get up there nice and high, almost to the brow. It can really be almost to the brow, but we're not doing this technique today. We're doing a domed. We actually are going into the inner corner of the eye, getting this from edge to edge, just like a rainbow, back and forth, back and forth. If you have to hold your skin, because, you know, we do have a little more crepey, a little more wiggly room, then go ahead and do that to make it more taut. And we're just going to blend that in. Make sure the edges are nice and blended. Soften the edges all the way up and out. So it takes up a lot of space. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the more dense brush, and we're going to take the darker shade. You can do this with one shade if you prefer, but I like building color. So I'm going to take this darker chocolatey shade. This one has a little shimmer to it, but matte is fine. Matte will work just fine with this. So I'm going to put it right here on the outside corner and right here on the inside corner. So we have depth, and we're leaving the open area right here in the middle. We're leaving that open, but this is where we're putting the depth. And then we're going to do the same domed shape, blending it into that crease color. So we're just kind of connecting those dots in the rainbow fashion. Do you see? Blending it up into that, not quite as high as the other one. It's just going to blend into it. Make sure it's all connected. And then if you have to go back with the other crease brush and just kind of blend those two edges together, blend those two colors together, kind of, that's fine. You don't need to worry too much about the inner part, because we're going to take care of that. Okay, right there. And then we're going to go ahead and hit one of these nice shimmer shades with a flat brush. It's just as easier to place it. I think I'm going to go right into this really bright cream color. This has got some satin shimmer to it. I'm packing it on pretty well. And I'm going to go place that right in the middle. As you can see, it's got a lot of pigment. You want a good amount of pigment for this. And I go all the way up to where the crease would be, and then blend in the edges. And you can do it with a brush or your finger. I find the finger is just fine for this because it just softens up that edge. And then if you want to, you can take some of that shimmery shade and go into the inner corner so that you're softening that line right there, if you're concerned about that being too dark in the inner corner. And I just kind of blend that shimmer shade in the inner corner a little bit. Okay, so that takes care of the top part. I'm going to do the other side. I'll be right back. Okay, now I got both sides done. What I'm going to do is take some of that shimmer shade up under the brow bone as well, because that lifts those brows, but I'm going to be careful not to bring it too far down on the bone because that makes the hooded part look more hooded. So you got to be careful. So I'm just putting it literally right under that brow, right there. So it just kind of lifts the brow up right there and does not make it look more hooded, which you really have to be careful. I had to learn that. The placement of the brow bone highlight, or to even use a brow bone highlight, where would you put it so it doesn't look as droopy. Okay, so we're going to actually do another technique. We're going to take this same idea and put it underneath the eyes. You do not have to do this, but I found that it opens the eye up even more and looks kind of cool. It kind of has a reflective tone to it. So we're going to take I have a little domed brush here, and we're going to take the dark chocolatey color here, this one in here, and we're going to do the same idea of the halo look underneath, which will open the eye up in the middle. So I'm going to take it under here and go about 1/3 of the way across, and then over here. And I'm going to leave that space open right there for the shimmery color, except I'm going to use a different shimmery color. I'm going to use this one here. It's a little more pigmented. We don't want it completely white under there, but it's still going to have a light reflective quality underneath the eye too. And we're going to connect those with that color. Kind of blend it so it doesn't look completely outrageous. So if you don't think you have enough under there, you just go a little bit more with the darker tones and just build it to where the color is where you want it. You can also do this with liner if you prefer, and then smudge it out. There, that gets you, do you see the halo part? When we get mascara on it, then it won't look so choppy. It will actually blend together nicely. So let's do the other eye too. We want to get it cohesive. It's been my favorite word lately, cohesive. But let's see, use my about 1/3 of the way across. Nice and smudgy. And then towards the front. And if you don't want to do it towards the front, if you just literally want to keep it on the outside, you can do that as well. But I played with this the other day and I liked the look. So I'm going to take that shimmer shade here again. What's the name of these? Oh, what is the name of this one? My Kitty, I guess. And then put that right in the middle. And it just has that reflective quality above and underneath. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to line it because it's really important that you do a good liner. Now, I'm going to try to just do mostly tight lining, and then if I need to, just very, very thin on top. But you got to be really careful again. You don't want to use up all that real estate there. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Kohl Black Liner, whatever Kohl black liner you have, or dark brown if you prefer. And I'm going to go and tight line all the way. I'm going to tight line all the way through my inner corner. So if this grosses you out, I apologize. I just have trouble with this because I have contacts and I have to be careful it doesn't get on my contact lenses. And then I always just kind of bring it out, flick it slightly. Remember that little flick? That's just to lift the edge of the corner of my eye up. I'm not going to wing it or anything like that. But I'm going to take it now on the outside just so that it's a little more lifted, because otherwise my eye looks droopy on the outer corner. You don't have to do this if you don't have the droopy lid on the outer corner. I'm just going to put a little bit very, very close to the lash line to lift and define that outer corner. I'll take the little smudger here just to smudge it softly. We don't want a whole lot of liner in this look. It's all about the shadow and the placement of the shadow. So, but do you see it's more defined now? When we get lashes on, or mascara, and I'm just going to do mascara today. Make it more of a wearable day look. I'll go ahead and tight line. I know this is gross. I'm sorry. Really want to get in there. And then I flick it out from the inner corner tight line. That's all I do. It just lifts that outer corner without having a wing or anything like that. And then I kind of connect it up here slightly. Again, only about halfway across too. Really don't want to use up that real estate. There. So we'll blend that. You can see it's much more defined here. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are enjoying my new tutorials. I'm trying to be more concise with my tutorials instead of just the get ready with me all day long kind of thing. But if you have suggestions on what you'd like to see me do on the Tuesday videos for makeup tutorials, please let me know. I'm starting with the hooded eyes. I might do, how to do different placements of blush to get a different look. I might do how do you make your lips look fuller. But you guys, I would love to hear your suggestions. So put down below what you would like to see in my next series of tutorials for makeup. I would really love to hear that. So I'm going to put on my It Superhero because, again, that is still, I'm looking at the wrong, am I looking at the right thing? Camera. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and I'm not doing falsies today. I'm just doing mascara because this is a day look. You can, if you put falsies on, just make sure they're not so thick that they don't see the shadow, because again, you really want that to pop. I really like this mascara though. But my lashes just don't want to grow. I'm using the RNF still. Maybe it will if I'm more consistent, but it's like the tips have broken off, and I don't know if it's from using lashes. I'm trying to be careful how I remove them, but I'm not always super careful, so. But see, it curls a little bit too, and a second coat will be good. So I'll go do this so I don't waste your time. I'll go put this on, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I put on a couple of coats of this, and you can put on lashes if you want, but I think this looks good because you can see the brightness popping through, and my eyelids don't look quite as hooded this way. We're going to do a different technique next time, but it's, there's a few of them out there. Play with them, try different techniques. Let me know what works for you, because I'm always interested in learning new techniques on my little hooded eyes. But I'm working with not just hooded eyes, I'm working with small hooded eyes too. So if you need to, adjust it accordingly, if you have larger eyes, you might want to, might not need to do underneath, or you might choose to do something a little different. So I am always interested in learning, because that's what we're all about around here. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of your support. I know this was kind of a quick one. I'm trying to keep these little makeup tutorials on the shorter side for you guys so you can watch them and actually maybe do the techniques. And please let me know if you do one of these techniques, how it worked for you, and if you like this kind of thing. So I love you all so much for supporting me and supporting our community. Make sure that you like and subscribe and leave me a comment, because I like to get to know you guys. I've made some really wonderful friendships on here, and that really is the heart of the whole thing for me. So I will see you guys all next time in my next video.